You're just driving along and you see the flash and it's like, ah, dang, that photo radar van get me, or did they get the driver one lane over? You could be going under the speed limit and it still makes you clench your seat in your seat, you know? State law limits where those photo radar vans are allowed. There are advocates trying to make streets safer who want those restrictions removed. Marshall Zellinger's back from baby duty and he has the story.
Denver Streets Partnership in Bicycle, Colorado would rather streets be designed differently to force safer speeds. But in the meantime, they want to see photo radar allowed in more places.
Anything we can do to slow down traffic will make the streets safe for everybody, regardless of how you're getting around.
For photo radar to be allowed, it cannot be a stationary device like a red light camera. State law requires the photo radar van to be monitored by someone in person, and it can only be used in school zones, construction zones, near parks and residential neighborhoods, not on Colfax.
It severely restricts where and how local governments can use speed cameras, which hampers their ability to truly use them in a way that would improve safety.
Legislation being considered for next year would not limit where photo radar could be used and would not require them to be monitored in real time.
We are obviously concerned about traffic safety on everywhere in the city. But Colfax Avenue would be a good example.
In Aurora, Mayor Mike Kaufman just got City Council to approve a pilot program for 3 photo radar vans. 4 years ago, Aurora voters told the city to get rid of red light cameras. So why weren't voters asked about photo radar?
We were going to do the photo red light program at intersections. There's no question about it. That would be similar or identical to the last one. That ought to go before a vote of the people. This is fundamentally different.
I feel like this is just an extension of that same type of technology, and that this is not something that we should be deciding as a council, but if we want them to bring them back, go to voters again.
Aurora City Councilman Dustin Zvonek, normally on the same side as the mayor, would rather voters have a say first. But his preferred deterrent is to get officers mobile radars for their cars to be able to pull drivers over while on patrol.
If you're going to give somebody a legal citation, I think that it should be a sworn officer. It shouldn't be a box that's ticketing you.
We've heard loud and clear from the community that they want to minimize unnecessary interactions with police officers.
Here's the part we shouldn't talk about, but we need to. There are currently loopholes in the photo radar ticketing method. The ticket currently issued to the vehicle's registered owner. If you own the car, but the photo radar took a picture of someone else driving, you let law enforcement know, hey, that's not me, and no one pays the ticket. The legislation being considered would make this like a parking ticket where it follows the vehicle. Doesn't matter who parked the car, doesn't matter who was speeding. It's whoever owns the car pays the ticket.
Yeah, and we don't want to encourage people to speed, but the fact is there is like a threshold for which they won't ticket you, right?
Right, because it's not manned by an officer. It's a civilian watching these. You can only get the ticket if it's 11 miles per hour over. So if it's a 30 and you're going 39, you may get flash, but whoever looks at that ticket before it gets sent out probably isn't sending it because it wouldn't hold up right now. This legislation being considered would lower that after a year to 6 miles an hour over the limit.
Tighten it up. All right, Marshall, thank you.